And here we go.
Yay!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 274th episode of the Angry Cuddles podcast. My name is Steven. With me, as always, is the title of Best Samus in the Land. Joining me today, DJ Pikachu, a.k.a. Byronic Commando.
I am never the best Samus in the land, but I still really like Ike.
Next to him is the purple guy, Corporate Cal.
What?
We call him Calvin. And at the end, the Tuesday artist for Angry Cuddles, the Angry Cuddles webcomic, is Lauren.
Hi, guys.
Call her Lo for short. But you're not short. You're taller than me.
Lolo.
I'm Lolo.
So, what do you guys... We're in the Final Four. The Final Four. There's the camera move today. We're in the Final Four episodes of the Angry Cuddles podcast before we become gutter nerds. So if you haven't yet, down there at the bottom, check out and go follow Gutter Nerds because we need you guys over there. Because in 2017, that's where we're going.
We're going there in 2017.
Yeah. What you been playing?
Game Dev Tycoon.
Game Dev Tycoon. Is
Yes.
it made from the same creators of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Zoo
No.
Tycoon? Okay.
No, it is not.
That'd be fun though.
But
I love those games.
It's actually really fun. Like I'm truly enjoying it. Like it's such a simple premise, and yet for some reason it just really sucked me in.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do? Like what's the gameplay like?
You start all by yourself in your garage in the 80s.
Okay.
You start with two platforms, the PC, which you can produce for free, or you can buy the
Dev kit.
Yeah, you can buy the dev kit and the rights to use what is actually the Commodore 64, the C64, but they've renamed it the G64.
Thanks, game guy.
And then there's the TES, the Ninvento.
Wow.
I like it.
The Game Link is the Game Boy, and then the Vina has something like.
So you're
something
making
like that.
Are you're making basic games inside this game?
You are making games in a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
The game that got me out of my garage and into a small office in the technology park was a werewolf action game that was mature audiences, and it sold, I think, 1.5 million copies.
Hey, good
made
job.
me a couple $1 million, and then that got me my first office, and I hired my first 4 people.
This is on PC. You're playing it.
This is on Steam.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Game Dev Tycoon. What are you, Cal? What have you been playing?
I played Drake's Uncharted.
You stop. It's not called Drake's Uncharted. It's just called Uncharted,
It's, Drake's
like
Uncharted.
Uncharted 4.
It's Drake's Uncharted.
Yeah, Cal, I was mentioning this to you earlier. Whenever you
now
say
it's-
Drake's Uncharted, it reminds me of my grandma that would always like say the name of something. We're going
Like Ninvento.
to the Kroger's. I'm like, it's just Kroger, Grandma. Fuck, you piece of shit.
Nah, dude. But I've been playing Drake's Uncharted 4. It's
Did you finish it?
I did. I beat the shit out of that game, dude. It is so much fun.
good.
And then once you get to the wheatgrass, you become the wheat ninja. It's pretty awesome.
Have you done the online?
I have not done anything online because it was red boxed. So
Oh, okay. So
I
you just did the
returned it to
campaign.
the red box.
Yeah.
$5 footlongs back. Anybody remember that?
What?
What?
When they started doing multiplayer for Uncharted, for Drake's Uncharted, and Subway got in there.
Stop calling it Drake's Uncharted, guys.
We're gonna
really gets
set
to
him.
me.
We're gonna set him
Send
over
me
the
up
edge.
so
today.
ruin
it for
I'm
everybody.
going to blow
It's
my brains
ruined
out on
The-
this show.
The Drake's Uncharted series is though very very good. It was good.
Have you played all of them?
I have played. Of course, I've played all
Okay,
because Thief's End is the final chapter, and
Except for the DLC coming.
except for the DLC coming. Really?
Yes.
Did I miss that?
Yes.
I missed that. All right. Well, I guess there's DLC, but that doesn't make sense.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
Lauren, what you been playing?
After the part 2 came out, I've been massively replaying The Last of Us.
So Lauren brings up a good point. So we're going to.
You need.
But tell me about this. So you've been replaying the first one, right?
Yeah.
And so you played it before.
Yeah.
What's your? I guess it's kind of a broad question. What's your favorite thing about the first one?
I like the dynamic between like the father-daughter figure.
Mhm.
I like that dynamic, but I'm not spoiling it for
Yeah.
anybody. But the ending really irritated me, so I'm really glad they're making a part 2.
Interesting.
Wait,
Or
the
they made a part 2.
Ending irritated you?
Yes.
So,
I feel like all the character
I
development,
guess here we are then, guys.
all the character development up to that part, I felt sucked.
Shut
So
up.
here's
Pretty
this.
pictures.
Shut up, Chuck.
Have you seen this chart?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Is this? It's got the live in the background. Everybody's all
Yes.
freaking out.
It's giving me goosebumps again.
Yeah.
Got the
I love her singing. I'm just.
Don't spoil it for people if they haven't seen it.
It's just singing.
I feel like I'm there with them.
Can they hear it?
I don't know. I will see.
Like, is chat telling us?
Is this a metaphor for how I'm pushing myself?
Of course, it gives me an advertisement. But
If you guys can't hear, let us know. And Lauren, tell me, because I can't see the chat with the video up.
Can't hear it. LOL.
Oh, damn it.
I never noticed she had a tattoo, so this is nice seeing it again.
no, there's like no sound.
Okay.
They can't hear it.
There we go. You didn't miss anything other than some cheering. And here we go.
Does it say? I don't remember how many years later.
Mm-mm.
I'll kill my enemies when they come. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on this earth forevermore. Said I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. No, I can't walk.
The beard gives it away.
Old man Logan. Actually, the gun gave it away for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm wrong.
She had a rough day.
A little bit.
What are you doing, kiddo?
Shut up, Dad.
You really gonna go through with this?
Chills.
I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Oh, just fucking goosebumps. Because I want to know what the fuck is going on so bad.
I'm just happy they did a part 2 because I was so unsatisfied with the ending.
I don't know how though.
Oh,
It-
I
okay.
so
It made me-
was.
it made me-
without saying what happened though.
It definitely made me cry.
I
and
felt like
emotional.
all the character development just flushed away.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I gotta go against you on this one. It's
no.
like because there's going to be a moment in part 2 that is how fucking could you?
Yes.
That's
and
what
that's
I
gonna
want.
be so
That's what I
big.
want because for that moment alone, that's why I'm like, oh, that character development is now down the toilet, and that's what I want to
Yeah.
see. That's why I was unhappy. I want to see that you fucking lied to me.
See, this is we rewatched Batman v Superman this week.
Yeah.
And we actually watched the longer one.
It's on
Okay.
Netflix
And-
now.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, we watched the longer one, and god damn, the longer one is longer. But the scenes they added in actually I really liked. But sort of the similar thing though with the end of Man of Steel. You're like, man, Superman I guess just wrecked shop all over town, and
People are
no
dead.
one seems to give a shit.
Yep.
And then the second one was like, oh no, they really give a shit. So I'm guessing. I really like the ending, though, of The Last of Us, and you're saying that how they handle that in the second one
just stopped.
may determine how much you may end up liking the ending of the first one, depending on what happens in the second
Exactly.
one. Okay.
I was upset because I kept looking and seeing if they were making a second one, and there was nothing online
Yeah.
that was like, oh yeah, they were doing.
They were
part
busy
2.
working on Uncharted 4.
Drake's Uncharted. 4.
Jim says, "Where's your cool pants?"
Who?
Lauren, you had the stormtrooper
Oh,
pants last night.
well, I guess I should go ahead and say I'm wearing them the 17th because it is my first official bout in roller derby.
Yeah.
And
Congratulations.
I'm Rogue One, so I have to wear my
That's your
stormtrooper.
derby name?
It is.
Yeah.
So I thought it was only fitting considering it's the same week.
Game Guy
So-
says they should have named it The Very Last of Us.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
and-
the name, the titling thing was
Like Final Fantasy.
what?
Final Fantasy 15. How fucking final is it?
And APOC says, "I've not played the first one, but that gave me chills."
Yes.
Play the first one.
Please
Play the first- if you
Please
like
play
this-
the first one.
If you like Naughty Dog games,
This is
play
one of
the fucking first one.
If,
Honestly,
if
the-
you like entertaining art, play this fucking game.
It
It's
is
an amazing story.
beautiful.
The music is
It
beautiful.
is. It's.
I think we all interrupted Steven too.
No, you're fine. Talk away, guys.
We are
It's a
extolling the
podcast.
virtues.
Go for it.
Yeah, fuck you, Steve-O.
The Last of Us is one of the few games that I feel like is very hard to oversell.
It's true.
It's very
true.
hard to oversell it.
It is, and it's one of the few games that I think I actually had tears rolling down.
I was gonna.
my
That was gonna be
face.
my question. Who didn't cry playing The Last of Us?
If you didn't cry
Like, if you
in the
didn't-
first
or
20
tear up
minutes
or
of that
something.
game, you're a fucking monster. You have no heart. You have no soul, and I want nothing to do with you.
The girl that I was seeing at the time, she would cry watching like End of Watch and sometimes Judge Judy.
Yeah.
And so I'd be like, you should watch the first 30 minutes of Last of Us. So I put in Last of Us. I played through the opening scene, and that was the second time for me. And I was like, oh my god. And I look over, and she's like, that was pretty good. And I'm, what the fuck? You're a monster.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, you're not wrong.
APOC, you need to get on the Drake's Uncharted series for PlayStation.
It's just called Uncharted.
Uncharted 4.
Apocalypse Zombie. If you look it up
It's-
online, it's called Uncharted.
Yeah, but
If you want to buy it.
that is true, but it's Drake Uncharted.
So,
Game Guy,
are you going to
Jesus.
release one? Because if it's called Drake's Uncharted, I kind of want to play it.
So, let me ask you guys. The topic for today is high score and leaderboard. So, is there a game that you are the best at?
Guitar
that
Hero.
You feel like you are the best at?
No.
Guitar Hero, Chuck.
You remember those days? Guitar Hero and Rock Band?
Yep.
I remember the first one came out, and I actually stayed up 24 full hours playing it.
Jesus.
PlayStation 2. I
first
destroyed a
one.
PlayStation 2, not because I was angry, but because I played it so much, I just wore the fucker out.
That's crazy.
Guitar
What he's
Hero-
not telling you
And you
is
guys
he
in the
took
chat,
the
let me know
guitar-
also.
He took the guitar and actually
No.
You gave it a good.
No, I did not, and I can prove it because I still have the guitar, and it is still mostly in one piece. The whammy bar broke.
I don't believe you.
I'll be more than happy to show you a picture.
So if you see a Guitar Hero out there, you go to someone's house or out in the arcade or whatever, you're like, I'm gonna grab the high score on that real quick. You'll find a song and
Not anymore, because I don't quite have the hands for it, and lately it's gone into the really competitive league. Like, there are people out there that have now become significantly better at me than I was when Guitar Hero 2 came out, and that was when they first introduced achievements into Guitar Hero. And I was
Okay.
like, sweet, I get to show off to everybody else how awesome I am at this game. And then there was a Buckethead song, and all of a sudden I sucked balls. Like, well,
There you
so
go.
much for that.
that Buckethead song was the son of a bitch.
And that was only the beginning.
And then Dragon Force.
Fuck.
Yeah. What about you, Cal? What game are you? What game are you? Maybe not better than anyone else in the world, but like of
Better
your
than-
friends.
of
Like,
my friends
Your
is
top dog.
It's definitely League.
Is League?
It definitely.
I was waiting for it.
I'm
I was
better.
waiting for
I'm,
it.
John,
I'm better
Mike,
than
Wilcher,
all of them.
the McDowells,
I am
like
the
Juan,
highest rank amongst
all
our
of
friends.
our friends.
Highest rank. I have that.
You're best.
That is the.
You're best.
That's the one game I can say.
I hope that our
I
friends
am-
don't watch the podcast, but I hope they watch this
Oh,
one.
they know, and that's the one thing. Even
What are you implying, Steven?
even Eric Detweiler has been like, "This is the one game you're better than me," and I'm like, "That's right."
Who has
Eric.
been a guest
I
on the
am-
show also
I
doesn't
am
watch.
fucking better than you at this game.
June says you haven't played League with me.
Yeah, I need to get on that other account.
You need to get
You
that
won't play
online
with her on
date
your
going
regular
on,
account?
babe.
She's not on the. So there's different servers. She's not on the North America server. She's
Oh.
on the other.
So you have to
the
create
European,
a new-
The
I had to
European
create a
server.
new account.
Okay.
And get it on the European server. So
I get you.
I just haven't done it yet.
Look at it this way.
that's
At least you
weird.
get to start all over again.
So yeah, kill me. No, you don't
you take the
understand.
lessons that you've learned
Yeah.
in your years on the North American server,
You-
apply
you-
them to the European
You don't,
server.
Chuck. It's like bashing your head into a wall repeatedly.
Then why the fuck would you want to play it?
Because you
It's
break
Calvin.
Game guy still plays Guitar Hero. Apocalypse Zombie says he still plays on easy mode. And Apoc also says I was a pretty decent helicopter pilot in Battlefield 4.
through. All right.
Yeah, if you know your niche, you know your niche.
I was
That's
gonna say,
true.
and I'd have to say, when the Halo was out, Steven, I
Yeah,
was
the
pretty,
Halo.
pretty.
When the Halo-
Once
was
again,
out.
it's just called Halo. But
when I was pretty top tier amongst our friends.
uh,
I still will beat you to this day.
Okay.
Right now.
What about you, Lauren? What's the one you're like? Oh, I'm about to wreck shop in this bitch.
It's definitely Mario Kart.
Which one?
Any of them.
Any of you can from Super NES up to the Wii U. You can pick up a Mario Kart and own it.
Just destroy people.
Let me explain.
What was your best one?
Let me explain.
Let me explain.
Explain away.
So I'm one of those people where if you touch me during Mario Kart, if you talk to me during Mario Kart, I cannot be liable for what I say or do.
So if you're like in it and someone's like, "Hey, you want some popcorn?" You're like,
It's actually very similar to that, except it's high squealing noises.
Do you bite?
And I have.
You bitten
before.
people in a Mario Kart
But
bout?
you need to realize, if you're like this trying to get my attention,
"Oh, you're doing
anything I do with
Yeah.
my mouth, including biting you, is your
Why
own
would you
on
do
a
that,
normal
though?
day, if someone pokes me in the face to get my attention, like short of us having sex,
And
like I'm going to be upset.
Wait.
Of course, if anybody pokes you
What
for
are they
any
putting
reason
in your
the
face?
there's probably something wrong with that person.
Okay, I guess. Game guy says it got to the point where I was so tuned into Halo 3, I could go around 20-4 every game of
Yes.
Team SWAT.
Yes, I was with you on that.
Yeah.
I loved
Wait,
SWAT.
Team SWAT wasn't in 3. That was in Reach. They didn't have SWAT in 3. SWAT
No,
was in
no.
Reach.
I think it's when custom made SWAT games. Maybe.
Could you do custom SWAT in 3?
I thought so.
Getting a triple kill in one burst with the battle rifle. Now it sounds like internet boasting,
That's
dude.
A little.
Not sure I'm gonna believe you on that one. Vids.
Yeah,
Vids.
vids are
Game guy
not
says
true.
they did in 3. Okay, there you go. So which Mario Kart was your favorite one? Like if you were going to pick one of all of them, like let's say we were going to put it in and play like the 4 of us.
I owned on GameCube, so
GameCube, the Double Dash.
yes.
Okay.
So you're not a fan of the original?
Game
I'm a
guy says
little-
he doesn't lie.
I guess I'm a little too young for the original. Like I hate to say that.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
that's
You-
probably accurate.
Do
Sorry.
you like the N64 version?
Who does?
That's not the original.
I'm not gonna answer.
The Super NES was the first one.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
But so for me, if I think Smash, I think Melee. I'm not like I've seen the videos of the people that play Melee.
I'm
I
afraid
can't.
to play Smash with our friends.
I can't go pro. But if I were gonna choose a game to go pro, Smash Melee would be the road that I would have to go down. I'd have to get better.
Oh, are we talking about going pro?
No, I am now talking.
You are now
about
talking
going
about
pro.
going pro. Okay.
But even then, like my best game I think was Melee, and it was my Samus. And we did a series of best Samus in the land with all of our friends.
Yeah.
And I took home
Knocked
that
out
title.
the first
Who
round.
did you play against?
Wiltshire.
I think you need to
He
get
threw a chair.
you need to get I played some Melee with Derek and Mike when they were in town, and Derek is still really
If
his Dr. Mario
Well, if
is
anybody,
dumb.
so I may not always win, but I am the best Samus player. So if anybody plays Samus against my Samus, they will lose. Period.
All right.
That's my claim.
Okay.
Did
That's mine.
you play my girlfriend's kids
No.
when I introduced them?
No.
No, they could go pro.
It's been a while since I've played. I'd have
Easily.
to. Let me dust off the dust.
Your old
And-
dust off your old joystick over there,
Just-
buddy.
yeah.
These two kids, man, like
They're
they
badass.
Knock the
watch
rust off is what I was
for
trying to say.
hours. They watch the live streams of the shows.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like, Jesus.
I remember one time, and that was probably one of the more competitive games that we played. So that's my next question: is what game, when you're playing it competitively, riles you up more than anything?
League.
And Smash was one of them. There was one time I was playing with. We were at Sam's apartment and playing. It was me and my girlfriend at the time, not my current girlfriend, and just for the record. And we were last two left, and we were playing, and I beat her, and it was really fucking close. Like she was a star at that game. and I beat her. And I knew if I said anything that she was going to yell because she just lost. And so all I did was look at her, and that was enough to get slapped. I literally got slapped in the face.
Did you get a cake? Because I'll actually bake a cake when I've been mad. It's like, I'm sorry for what I said during Mario Kart. Like those memes, I will do that.
The cake that says, I'm sorry for what I said during Mario Kart.
Wow,
I will
that's
do
great.
that.
That's funny as fuck.
That's awesome. Dragonfly says her kids are pretty damn cool. Yeah, I'd like to get him some Smash with them boys.
Oh.
That sounds like an at your own risk.
I would like to play
accurate.
Smash Brothers with your kids, Chris.
That wasn't taken out of context.
Okay, I thought you were guys
they
were
were
looking
just
at me like I just.
so badass.
Okay, they were
It's
really
like,
that good.
yeah.
All right.
I thought you were looking at me like I.
Is it with
Okay.
Quit touching children,
Is it with
Steven.
Melee or is it with Brawl?
It's with 4.
You dug your own one
I'm
off
really
that.
good with 4.
What do you mean
But-
with 4?
As in Smash Brothers 4, the one that they made for the 3DS and Wii?
Brawl.
So Brawl.
No, not Brawl. 4. They have another one. It's got Mega Man and Pac-Man
That's
in it.
Brawl.
That's not Brawl.
The one on Wii U?
Yes, the one on Wii U. They've been playing it for the 3DS.
Whatever your favorite cake is,
Yeah.
guys. Okay,
I-
whatever
4?
your favorite cake
4?
Is it called 4?
Is it
It's
called
not
4?
called 4, but it is the 4th in the
I'm
series.
gonna look this. No, someone look this up right
It's
now.
64, and then Melee, and then Brawl, and then and then that one came out with the 3DS
Yeah.
at the same time. Brawl didn't have a 3DS counterpart, did it?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yes.
You're confusing
No, yeah.
yourself.
Yep. We are back on track now. That is. You're right. That is correct.
Remember, these are essentially my kids we're
As-
talking about here.
Game guy
It's
has
just
said
Super
it's
Smash Brothers. Yeah, but it is the 4th one. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah, what game riles you up the most? Like I typically when I play games don't get mad, like throw a controller mad or anything like that. But which when you're playing competitively will get you.
You know my answer.
Is League?
It is 100% League.
Is it
Any-
when you feel like a trash bag and
No, when everybody else on your team is a trash bag, not communicating and not like listening to you when you're trying to guide them to win the game, and they're just like AFK farming or AFK going top lane, like split pushing for no reason and not grouping, like just all sorts of things
thanks, game guy?
make me angry about that game.
Okay, what about you, Chuck? You're playing a game competitively. Fighting games? Any of them get your blood pumping? I know you used to get pissed when we smashed.
Yeah, I used to get pissed, and
Sexy.
yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was just announced.
Yeah, that's true.
I and my girlfriend's oldest are both looking out for that.
You guys are going to play Infinite.
Oh yeah, because we're going to be all over that, and that's where we're going to start getting competitive with each other.
Are you? Is there a game in the past like you? Because you used to play the Capcom fighters regularly, or at very least Street Fighter.
And I still play those.
Did those ever get you riled up? Did you ever get mad? Like,
I mean, there's good competitive and
That's my
there's
check
bad
list.
competitive.
yeah.
Good competitive usually came when I was playing fighting games, where I'd be like, "Man, I got my ass whooped," or you know what? That was a close match. We're gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I love that kind of competition.
Well done.
Yes.
Like I'm sitting there like,
Bleeding.
Shit, that was
bleeding
good.
out of your mouth. That was a fantastic shot.
right?
You know.
I was gonna say.
But then there's bad competitive, like basically me in any FPS multiplayer.
Okay, you playing FPS multiplayers will.
Yeah, because the thing
that's
that
what I was
will
going to
immediately
bring
set
that up
me off-
too. I was going to bring that up next.
Like the thing
Yeah.
that will just immediately set me off is when I get spawn camped.
playing corpse,
Oh yeah.
as my
Yeah.
friend calls it, playing corpse tag.
Like,
So-
I just showed up. I haven't been able to see anybody for like 15 seconds. I don't know where anyone is. I don't know where I'm going. I kind of don't know where I am. And then all of a sudden,
Oh,
I'm
the
dead
brains
again.
are inside of my visor and outside my head. Interesting.
Yay!
Yeah.
I can't wipe off all that raspberry jam.
1 second. Let me get these brains out of my. Oh, those are mine.
Yeah.
What about you, Lauren? Is it? I mean, Mario Kart. You said will piss
I
you
mean,
off.
pretty
Anything
much
else?
anything that I'm playing against a friend and they're talking major shit. But I
Okay.
talk major shit. But major anger is anybody who plays just one-on-one fighting
Mm-hmm.
and they do the girl thing. Just A, B, 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 X, whatever
Like
it is.
button mashing.
Yeah, just
Oh, button
random.
mashing.
That's how I play fighters. for the record, I'm just like, I'm going to swing the stick around and start tapping random
You're
shit.
a real
You
bitch.
are a bitch.
Look, I don't want to learn fucking lists of moves. Like, I don't want to
That's
play.
what makes you a great gamer.
I don't want to play Excel the game. I just want to pop in a game and figure some stuff out, and then I'll learn some shit.
Okay. I will give you a pro and I will give you a con.
Okay.
All right. First, the con. You are not willing to learn special attacks and combos for characters in fighting games, but you know good sniping locations, and you know proper weapon setups, you know weapon ranges for the most part,
Okay.
and you know how to coordinate with your team in order to win in a multiplayer match, or how to defend for yourself in a death match.
Okay.
What is the difference between those two?
I feel like those things you can learn by playing the game. Any like moves that you can learn by playing a game. Fighters, I feel like you have to find the book. You basically have to look up the strategy guide, the multiplayer strategy guide, which is how do I do a fireball? How do I do the moves? How do I
feel
do
like
the
I
fatality?
have to do that with an FPS now, though, because
Like you can't just sort of wander around and then learn by doing. And
because
No, you
every
have to
time I
learn
try
the
to
map.
wander around, I get shot in the fucking face every time. Every time.
yeah,
While I'm busy trying to learn the game, other people are using me for target practice.
I guess going online immediately it may be difficult to learn pretty much any game.
Right.
I would say.
Which leads me to the pro. All your button mashing should eventually lead you into something that you can do consistently
In a fighting game.
in a fighting game.
So, but I feel as if I'm gonna, let's say I just play not online. I'm just playing either like local fighting or just in the story or whatever, single player. I still have to, like, when I choose a character, I still have to wait, look up the character, see what all they can do to be effective.
I started playing the Street Fighter games on the Super Nintendo. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, right? I learned
Hey, Corgi Commander, thanks for joining us.
one thing. I learned jumping, hard kick, and then a sweep kick.
Yeah.
So up in the air kick and then down sweep kick. And that was an amazing combo. I used that thing for like 2 years before I finally figured out how to pull off a fireball. And as soon as I figured that out, I was golden.
Then you got it.
Now-
so you figure out sort of a couple of basics.
You'll learn the basics, and then you learn some of the advanced basics. And while you're doing that, you'll accidentally pull off some stuff. That's why charge moves like Chun-Li, like you have to hold down for 2 and then hit up and kick, and then you do the spinning bird.
Well,
That like those are the easy ones to learn
This
because
is
all of a
why-
sudden you'll just do something and you're like, oh wait, that did something.
but this is why I really like Smash. Because you know what all the buttons are.
Exactly.
No matter what character you pick, you need to spend time with them and learn about them in game. But every
Well,
character
I mean-
uses the same combinations.
I mean,
That's true.
I agree with you there, but also at the same time, like, for example, Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
You're using an entire 360 environment, opposed to just a, sidestep.
Sure. Yeah.
You're
You're not just going forward and backwards.
So
You're also going in and out.
Exactly. So, button
They were doing that in Fatal Fury too. What's your point?
but button mashing, I'm saying, is a lot. What's the word? It makes you a lot more vulnerable in that type of game than it would in, for example, I guess Street Fighter, or because you're holding back to block. Now you have
Sure.
to use one of your actual buttons to block in this game. So to me, I feel like that learning the moves, like if you actually spend time, like, yeah, you can play through the game. Yeah, I'm going to try a different character. But when you want to actually like master the character,
Yeah.
then
by the
it's
time
knowing
you-
the moves.
Yeah, by the time you get to that point in the game, though, you're going to realize whether or not you actually want to invest the time in getting good at it. And that's the same with any game.
Oh, of course.
I don't really resonate with first-person shooters all that much, so I don't really get all that good with them. And then that is further reinforced, almost like self-fulfilling prophecy, when
Right.
I get up there and I get my ass kicked because I don't know the game. I did not take the time to learn the game, and I'm playing against all these people who have been playing the game as much as I have been playing a Street Fighter game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it just kind of gets you stuck in that rut.
So then, what game, if you guys are going to choose a game, y'all snapping?
Yes.
If you're going to choose a game to go pro, what's either the next game you would go pro with or a game that you've been playing that you would decide, okay, I'm going to get competitive professionally?
Warframe.
Warframe.
Easily Warframe.
I thought you were going to say Infinite.
No, God no. there's a level of technicality to street fighting games, especially made by Capcom, that just I do not want to invest the time to do that.
Okay.
That I don't want to get to that level because there is, like I said, there's a level of investment that even if I did have the ability to put that time and effort into it, it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of a payoff to me.
Yeah.
Whereas with Warframe, for starters, I seem to have developed an actual skill to it. Not just a talent, but a skill. And secondly, there's more to getting professional with that game than just simply having a bunch of people say, "Ooh, you're really good at it." Like they make you what they call the Guide of the Lotus, and they make that list just a little bit longer as the years go on. And there is a really long application process where they actually watch how you play, and they watch how you interact with the community, and they watch how you interact with your team. Like, you have to be a genuine person before they make you a guide.
Lauren, are you laughing at the chat? Okay, so they're talking about words in the chat. And they've mentioned a few before, and some of the etymology.
I'm over here
there.
trying to have a serious fucking
And
conversation.
June,
sorry,
June
Chuck.
says the word ejaculation comes from the Latin word meaning throwing out. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, no. That's not,
How dare you try to speak to my linguistic nerdiness?
wow.
That really got me. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So, what would you play pro, Cal? Is it law?
It is League.
You go league?
I would thoroughly.
What keeps you from going pro?
Well, I need to get better.
Okay.
I'm still, well, of course, the ranking system. Like, I mean, I'm not.
And I'm going to ask about that next.
Right, of course. A, it's your ladders, your ranking system. B, when going pro in a game like that, you have to be on a team because normally it's a 5v5.
Right, and you want a
team-based thing.
consistent.
You want a consistent
play with.
role in a team,
Yeah.
and you need those consistent 5 people to be good.
Okay, Lauren, you're signing up for a game, MLG, Major League Gaming. You're going to go pro. You're going to play something competitive, and you're going to sink a lot of time and energy into it.
Honestly, if it's competitive, it's going to be something really weird. If Sims 4 did fastest kill, I would be top.
Sims 4?
Yes.
The kind of horrible things that people have done to their Sims.
Can't you just, like,
in
drop...
the 15 years that this game
Can
has
you just have them,
existed?
like, drop toasters in their tub?
No.
Or, like, lock them in a room? Like,
You
build
can-
around
No,
them?
we're
You
talking
can
like
lock 'em
put
in
them
a
in a
room.
swimming pool and then remove the
remove
ladder.
the ladder.
So
You
that all they
can
do is
remove
swim.
all the windows from a room and the doors. They'll starve to death. They'll pee themselves. They'll go insane, and then they'll slowly die. But you can also have family members.
Maybe The
bargain.
Sims is why we have President-elect Trump.
Oh.
I don't know.
Thanks,
I mean,
Obama.
Does the Donald sound like the kind of guy who would make his Sims all hydrophobic and then put them in the house?
No,
that is
because he would
98%
scream
water?
at the screen and go, wrong, wrong.
So you've spent some time in The Sims then?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your time in The Sims?
From 2 to 4, yeah. I've spent quite a bit of money
You played
on The
Sims
Sims.
2 through 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
What was your favorite one?
Honestly, I think 4 is my favorite because granted, a lot of the graphics are better, yes, but anything that was like just a tinge wrong in 2, they fixed in 3, and everything wrong in 3 is now fixed in 4. But 4, you can get more creative with it. Just like I said, I can kill people in ways you never thought of.
It's a psychopath's dream.
Wow.
There are whole Reddit streams that are devoted to all the
Like
sadistic
describing the ways
that
that you can
people
kill
have killed each other.
If I were going to go pro somewhere, I think it would be, it might either be Melee, Smash Melee. I would have to get a lot better.
Right.
Or maybe something like Titanfall 2, because I was pretty good at Titanfall. I wasn't great, but I had my moments where I'd like shine.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I think if I actually sunk the effort, I could probably do that. But it would have to be something that had enough variance in the gameplay that didn't seem like every time I was doing the same routine-y shit, you know?
Right.
Like, okay, get this weapon, get this here, make sure you're standing here. This is the best spot for, spawns or whatever. I don't want to do that. That's what would track me down.
Right.
So tell me about rankings and ranking systems, Cal, because this is something to me that is fairly new, and in terms of gaming, it's
Right.
relatively new.
But
there's seasons.
That's something that in Overwatch, in League, in Hearthstone, in lots of in Counter-Strike,
Mhm.
in lots of these games, they go through seasons. Specifically, I'm more familiar, of course, with the League of Legends season, which started last year. It was January, like the middle of January, and it went through.
Actually, June has a point that I think actually pertains to this conversation. She says, upon losing battles, apes will tend to masturbate.
That's probably about right.
I do that.
That's right. It's it's how we comfort
I know
ourselves
for sure.
in losses in League of Legends. we cry and we jerk.
Fuck. I'll be back in 5, guys.
But as this happens, all these seasons, like League, I said, started. Chuck's dead.
How long does the season last?
This one lasted from January 20th to November 7th.
Oh, so like go to like 11 months or something,
8 to
almost
9
a full
months.
year.
Yeah, almost a full year.
So do they last varying lengths?
Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm unfamiliar with other games. I think they're starting to make the League one longer to be a 1-year thing because they're starting at December 7th this year, and I don't know when the end's going to be.
Okay.
So maybe they're trying to make the ends when Worlds is. So I don't know. But you mentioned ranking systems. Now, everything's been very familiar in a few different games as well, and that is starting at your lowest point in the ranking system.
You're typically, it's going to typically be something like, bronze, silver, gold,
platinum,
diamond,
and then it changes.
And then there's different, they have different words. So
God tier.
The one for League I actually don't like. That's the one I like the least because it's Challenger.
Yeah, it's Master. It's
and
Master
I feel like
then
Challenger is somewhere near the bottom, like someone who's challenging near the bottom. Like lords or gods or the infinite, like something up top,
I think it.
Or like
God
I think they're implying that once you get above like the precious metal tiers,
Yeah.
and they start to give you an actual title.
Well, that's the last title.
Yeah, Challenger is the last
Challenger's
title.
top.
It goes from Master to Challenger. And what I think is, let's see, the way I interpret Challenger though is like
MLG Challenger.
it's like challenge.
Oh, okay.
Like,
now you can challenge anyone, I guess.
like challenge me because they're like that much better than you.
But that makes the other person the challenger, though. If you're being challenged.
Or like, you want to challenge them.
Challengee makes sense to me.
Challenged.
I don't.
Wait, maybe not. I'm sorry.
I do like Overwatches though because again they also go from Master but
to Grandmaster.
I'm like,
okay, that makes sense.
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
what was Halo 5's?
Halo 5 was Onyx, and
they had Onyx, and you'd think it would be Spartan, but it's not.
No, I don't remember. We had this.
It's fucking Spartan now. I changed it.
Yeah, and also I believe Rocket League, actually, surprisingly enough, is got Grandmaster tier.
Rocket
as well.
League's pretty competitive.
Yeah,
is that something that you guys could see having fun with competitively?
I don't know.
I don't know competitively, but I'd have fun with it. I think I'd play it.
I'd have to actually play it first before I make any decisions about that one.
Yeah,
I agree with Chuck.
I mean, do you know what it is?
No.
So I'm trying to.
Basically, you're a race car, and you're in a giant soccer dome, and the race car has turbo, and it can jump, and you spin and do all these moves to get the soccer ball.
You're just bouncing the soccer ball around trying to get in the goal, like on a soccer field, but you're in a rocket car.
But you're in a rocket car, and it's boosting around and doing flips and aerial tricks and everything.
But competitively?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So I was trying to think of something because next week our podcast is Pajama Party, and so I was trying to think of something for us all to play. And it could be something
Shots.
old school.
Mario Party.
It could be, goddamn Mario Party.
Yes, please.
I feel
I
like
would
Yes,
definitely.
please.
Jesus.
I would definitely be down for that, and I'm sure every one of you would like cake.
Make
Just-
the I'm sorry cake beforehand.
Yeah.
I would be the one person who wouldn't want cake,
And
for
also-
the sole reason that I get cake every week. anyway.
24/7.
That's true.
I would say Halo.
I'll bring you a shake, Chuck.
Thank you.
I would say Halo.
Yeah, some Halo.
I would say Mario Party.
Mario Party.
I would say, well, you guys don't play Soul Calibur, so that wouldn't work for y'all. What else old
We
school?
can do a few different things. We are definitely going to play some Quiplash next week.
And Quiplash.
We're gonna get
Ooh,
straight
I love
on that.
Quiplash.
When you guys
Quiplash.
show
Have
up,
you played
better
Quiplash,
be
Lauren?
ready to play with us.
It's like a digital version of Cards Against Humanity, but instead of playing pre-written cards, you always make up your own.
Yes, it's
I'm good at
fantastic.
this game.
Yeah.
Mine's all the dirty ones.
So we'll do that next week. But what's your highest rank that you've gotten?
My highest rank that I've gotten was Platinum 4, but I ended the season, though, at Plat 5, so it counts it as Plat 5.
And it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Correct.
From bottom up.
Correct.
Okay. Have you ever been in a ranking system? Either of you guys? Have you ever done any sort of
I mean, Halo.
ranked game?
I mean, Halo had.
Galaga. Our buddy Mo's, whenever he shout out to Blanc, he whenever he sees Galaga machine, he'll go high score, and he can do it pretty consistently.
Damn
Yeah,
high score in that game.
yeah, he can rock the Galaga. Anything that you've done with ranked or leaderboard position that you're proud of?
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah. Like I would consistently put myself in the top 20 percentile of any song.
Nice.
You're not allowed to come over.
Well, I can't do it anymore. My hands are fucked.
From the boatyard?
No, not from the boatyard, just from a lack of practice.
From beating it.
From jerking it.
Yeah.
He
From
played
losing
Michael
battles.
Jackson too much.
I jerk with my strumming hand. That's why I can strum so fast.
Oh.
It's my other hand. It's my bad hand that
You got to mix it up every once in a while, Chuck.
No,
You gotta-
this is my finger in hand. I can't.
It's your what hand? Wait, which hand is that one, Chuck?
When you're playing a guitar,
If Crystal
it's-
you have
no,
the
dude,
strum
it's-
hand,
to-
and then you have the fingering hand. This is the hand that you use on the
That's
finger
his.
board.
Just
If
so you'll know,
Dragonfly says
called
anything, I will
fingering.
bring it up.
this is his strong fingering hand. Show those danglers out there.
Show the strong hand.
Show the danglers. Those-
Show them ticklers.
show them those finger danglers.
Oh,
There
gee.
they are.
Besides, I use my tongue. I don't know why I would waste my time with my hands.
How do you use your tongue on a guitar, Chuck? We're talking about a
Not
guitar.
What he's talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We were talking about a guitar and strumming.
Are you sure?
And fingering.
Are you sure?
So let me ask you guys:
Schrodinger's douchebag over here.
Is there? Do you feel like high scores in games now are like that is a dated institution? Is it no longer necessary?
Where people will
Scores, not ranks, but scores.
Yeah, where people will go and ironically revisit the concept of scores. Like when they're doing something super retro, like Hotline Miami has a scoring system. I have no idea how it works. Bulletstorm has a scoring system, but you spend those scores, you spend the points that you make on upgrades.
Yeah, so I'm going to disqualify any point, anything that's like experience or anything that's quote unquote useful.
Yeah.
I'm talking about purely the arbitrary number that determines how good the game thinks you played it.
Pretty much.
Is that over? Like, not in terms of it being utilized, but do you feel as if it is antiquated? It is no longer a useful metric.
Well, when you got games, like a lot of the casual games, like Endless Runners.
APOC says I've been in top 40 in Black Ops 2.
Nice.
That's pretty dope.
Nice, yeah.
For zombies, yeah.
Dave Alex, welcome.
Hello,
When you-
Thanks for
Dave.
joining us.
When you have a casual game, like something like Temple Jam or 8-Bit Runner or something like that,
Yeah.
a scoring system is important simply so that you can show off how much longer you've run than other people.
I guess, like, in a game like that, you have no idea necessarily how
Right.
far you've come or what you even did. So the score gives you some context in terms of, like, hey, you should get fucking better, or hey, you just kicked that thing's ass.
Which is why it worked so well back then.
Well,
because you needed that number. And now that we've gone to this area where people are either going back to those old style games because the mobile technology is still kind of at that point, or they just feel like going back to that era and revisiting it in nostalgic fashion, that will lead you back to those gameplay mechanics and how important they were.
So aside from nostalgia, point systems that aren't being used for experience or anything, just a point. This how many points you got in that level? Any use for it for you?
Not really. Because I mean, are we talking about a competitive game or a platformer?
So
platforming games,
pretty much anything.
Not necessarily, unless
Temple
you're
Jam did a really, Temple Run did a pretty good job.
Temple Runs. I wouldn't really say that's
8-Bit Runners are doing a pretty good
that's
job.
That's a running game though. That's like a mobile.
But they are all platformers.
I'm talking.
You are jumping onto things.
I'm talking like
Robot Unicorn Attack.
Chuck. I'm talking like platformer, like Mario or Drake's Uncharted.
I would.
Or,
It's not called Drake's Uncharted. It's just called Uncharted.
Or any style.
Also, Drake's
Holy
Uncharted
fuck.
is not a platformer.
I would say
God,
that
no.
Drake's. Oh fuck!
Yes.
You
Every
said it.
fucking one of you guys.
Got his ass.
God damn it! I would say Uncharted has platforming elements to it. I would
Yes.
say that the runner games have platforming elements to them.
Right.
But the platformer as a genre is very specific to things like Mario, Conker,
Right.
even Castlevania.
Yep.
Electronic Super Joy is the first thought that pops into my head in terms of platformers.
Lauren, do you give a shit about points in
Honestly,
anything?
Anything?
Sometimes.
Do you give a shit?
Yeah.
sometimes it's when I'm trying not to rage.
Yeah. If you get
It
a lot
really
of
is.
points, you're like,
because
oh,
like
okay.
if
I
I'm
understand.
in the end, if I'm like, let's say I'm at the bottom, I'm the very, very bottom, and it's like 3 points. It's like, okay, well, I'm not technically at the bottom because it's only 3 points. But if I'm like so shitty
Yeah.
that it's like 1,000, 2,000, however many like apart, and it's significant, then yes, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
One scoring system that I will go behind at any time is a scoring system that judges how well you've done in a particular like setting. Like we were playing like Madden. Madden has a point system for their stats, right?
Yes.
For their players.
Right. Yeah.
When you're sitting there, like with the character creation, you can run the 40 multiple times, and you can come up with different numbers, and you can just try to get better at running the 40 over and over and over again until you can max out that number. There are plenty of other games like going back to Hotline Miami.
Yeah, that has a use though.
They give you a different score depending on how well you did with like stealth,
So, yeah,
or with quick kills. And stuff
Hotline
like
Miami's score is useless in terms
Yeah.
of it
useless
being
for the most
arbitrary.
part, but you can still use it as a judge of how well you performed in certain aspects.
I don't
of
think
the
that's
game.
what he's
why,
getting at.
Why is there a score in Super Mario Brothers for the NES? Why?
Because there was a fallback to the arcade style of play.
It was just something that needed to be included because of the times, right? It actually has no
Yes.
bearing on, like, if they removed it from the game and didn't tell anybody, no one fucking noticed, right?
pretty
Correct.
much.
Because I don't even hear anything, and it's not like I know everything there is to know about the gaming industry or the gaming culture, but I don't hear about anybody playing the original Super Mario Bros. And NES competitively, or leaderboards or scores or anything like that. Like the Donkey Kong guys go back and
Leaderboards?
forth for high score, but
Leaderboards for Super Mario Brothers are always going to be timed, is what it is.
yeah,
You're
it's
trying to
times,
speedrun it.
Like a
and I get the
speed run,
speed
yeah.
runs, but I don't.
You don't get anything out of it.
Well,
like-
they've removed points from this at this level anyway. I mean, Super Mario Galaxy, I don't remember a scoring system.
Oh,
And
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
most
Oh, no, they've been
recent,
going
like,
for
they
a
removed
long
them in
time.
a second. There was Super Mario 2. I don't think had
Yeah.
a score in it,
the Super Mario
and it wasn't
2
for
the
lives.
3DS.
Because lives was coins.
Lives with coins.
Yes.
The Super Mario 2 for the 3DS, whatever that was, they basically replaced your score with coins.
Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense.
Because apparently coins make a lot more sense than
It would
scores.
be interesting though to see some Super Mario Brothers on NES like high score runs, because you'd have to do like the consecutive jumps, for the multipliers.
Yep.
Right.
Actually, you would have to stop at the point because they would stop giving you points once you started getting the 1-ups, I think.
Yes, yeah, and
So you would have to know when
there's
to
probably a way to
stop.
point farm by like jumping on like a shell that's that's
Finding
hitting the
timing
wall.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
You could extra life farm like that too. If
Okay.
you did it fast enough.
Apoc
Yes.
says, I've been at the top of the leaderboard for points on Battlefield 4 in the past through support, and he earlier said that he was a good support player in FPS. But was there anything else I wanted to ask you guys? The achievements system. That's an arbitrary number.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me.
To me, the thing that it does, in terms of just the points, like we've had some conversation, and I'm sure we'll do it again on the usefulness of achievements in general, or the not usefulness of achievements, and the
Right.
purpose they serve. But in terms of the score, in terms of the points, because all the games collectively go to one thing. That is something like, it is akin to me of like, okay, if you're playing WoW and you get a really fucking cool mount, you get to walk around on the mount, and people are like, oh, check out that guy's
John,
fucking
You still
lizard
get an
dick.
achievement for the mount.
He's
too.
riding the 6-foot lizard dick, and
And-
that's cool shit.
and Blanc has a lot of awesome mounts.
Like, yeah.
Just to put it out there.
And if you see someone riding like a laser dragon unicorn that farts gold,
Fucking laser dragon sounds amazing. By the
Did
way.
we watch the Squatty Potty today? Because that's what I'm getting at.
No, I think we were playing Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon at some point.
Oh.
you can be like, oh, they must have fucking got really fuck lucky, or put in a shitload of time,
Or both.
or both. And so with my gamer score, I feel like that's the thing that I'm I'm proud of it, and it's something that everyone can see,
Well, they've also
even from offline games.
Yeah, they also have the score broken down by game as well, so that you can see what games you have completely finished all the way through, and you never have to
Right.
go back again. Or you have the games that you've missed a couple, and you're like, "Ooh, I got to go back and get that and that and that." And then there are the ones that you look at it and you clearly have a bias, like with me and Guitar Hero versus me and Halo 3, where I was looking at all. I would get like 5 or 6 achievements on the first song of Guitar Hero 3, and I would have the thing at like 90% completion rate.
Yeah.
And then I would look at my score at Halo 3 and be like, have I ever played this game before?
So I tend to, if I play through a game and I go back, I'm like, oh, there's like 2 achievements I didn't get. I'm going to fucking try to get those, because then I will have completed the game. But even then, something like was it Skyrim? It was Fallout 3 for sure. In Fallout 3, I 100%ed the achievement list in Fallout 3.
And you were done.
Oh, yeah, very fucking done. But also, I didn't see everything there was to see in that game, even though I had 100% of the achievements, because there are things not associated to achievement that you can go out and find and do and experience and stuff like that. So, do you guys give a shit about trophies or gamer score? Not in terms of, achievements or like, having achieved something, I guess, in terms of in-game. Just the point system. I guess the trophies don't have points, right? There's no score associated with it. It's
There's
Bronze,
On
silver,
some
bronze,
games.
silver, gold.
right.
and
And there's a
platinum.
number of how many you've gotten.
Yes.
But there's not. So like on Xbox, if you get 10 headshots, that might be worth 5. But if you finish on hard, that's worth 100. So there's nothing analogous to that in trophies, right?
I believe.
Other than
I think
the
it's-
silver, bronze, gold.
I think it's like after 3 gold or after 3 bronze, you get like a silver or something weird like that, but nothing point generated.
Okay. So does that point system do anything for you
I
guys?
don't give 2 shits.
You don't give a shit. There's achievements in LoL, right?
No.
There's no achievements in LoL?
Nope.
I thought Blizzard... Oh, wait. LoL isn't... No, LoL is Blizzard.
No.
No, LoL is not Blizzard.
LoL is
Riot.
Riot Games.
What's Blizzard's LoL?
Heroes of the Storm?
Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Yeah. I was off another-
To
I know Blizzard does achievements now for like WoW and
Heroes
stuff
of the
like
Storm is for casuals.
that, but- Okay.
Damn.
Honestly, I love achievements. Like, I know that's not, but achievements
But
are.
are you okay with the scoring for achievements?
From what I can tell, I've not noticed the scoring,
Yeah.
but knowing
you
it's
would-
like, hey, you got an achievement. It's like, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I notice it sometimes when I'd be like, man, I just pulled something off that was really fucking difficult to do, and I get points for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell?
That was worth 5?
And at the same
Yeah.
time,
Yeah,
I do
that's-
something that I would normally do in any similar game. I get a bajillion points for it, and I go, seriously? They're going to give me that much for something that dinky?
So now the Xbox One will let you know when an achievement you've unlocked is rare.
And it will also tell you how many other people have
like you're
earned
you're
it.
in the 1%. Like you're of the 1% of people that have
That's-
unlocked this.
okay,
I've got
that-
like 5
how
of
do you
those
feel
in
about that?
Warframe. I feel so good.
That's kind of cool.
You like that?
I like that.
Just knowing that you did something that is rare. Like you
Yes.
just pulled off something wacky. I did it totally by accident in Watch Dogs 2 the other day. I was just running from the cops and I hit a bump. I tried to go off-road. I hit a bump. I hit a third one, and I just sort of let go of the controller because I'm like, I'm just flying through the fucking air now. And it was like, you did 3 consecutive jumps in a row. You're awesome. And like very few people have gotten this. Oh, that was an accident.
Well, thanks.
I love accidentally.
That's,
awesome.
that's the
That's
magic
cool.
of open world games like Watch Dogs is
Yeah.
the randomness will pull off so much shit.
There's something like that in Fallout 4. It's in Diamond City. If you actually run the bases in order,
Oh, yeah.
you get the home
First,
run.
second, third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I think it gives you like the there's something special in the home base that
Yeah.
for your home that you can get. And I was like, oh,
You mentioned the achievement in Fable 2, I believe, on the 360, and I only barely remember the story. So what happened? What's your recollection of that before we close up?
So, as with all Fable, you can get married, and of course, you may have sex whether or not you are married to the person, right? Well, in
Correct.
Fable 2, it turned out that I forgot who was playing. Was it Sam? Sam, you were there for this, weren't you?
Well, when we found out you could have sex with 2 people at once,
Accidentally, yeah. He
Oh
was
my God.
he had a house.
I tried it intentionally.
Okay. Well, he had a house in Albion, and he was leading a woman to his bedroom. And while he was there, he's like, you know what? You're pretty cute too. You follow me too. I'm going to try something. So here they go, like the Pied Lady Piper.
Oh, I remember this
leading
because
these two girls into his boudoir.
And about this time, I said, if there's an achievement for this, I'm going to lose my shit, right?
And the first thing that happens when the screen goes blank is
Goes
we
blank.
hear the bloop bloop, but
And it opens up.
and it was a friend signing in.
Someone signed in online. So we all had this
everybody was
collective,
watching. Go, and then the
That's
actual
hilarious.
three-way,
and then the actual achievement popped
and
right
you
after
just
that.
you see the crowd go, oh,
Yeah. That was a day.
and like that will also go back to how many points was that? Was that 25?
Oh, I couldn't possibly remember. Oh, okay. So
Y'all were just
gonna have
happy
to
for the
fish that out.
achievement.
this is from Game Guy. This is Drake's Uncharted.
That is awesome. That's how I feel when I play it too.
You got Chuck for sure.
You killed him.
I fucking love you, Game Guy.
The final 3 Angry Cuddles episodes will be the next 3 Mondays. Next week is a pajama party. We're going to hang out and talk about games we played as kids. We're going to be wearing pajamas. You guys wear your pajamas too. If you want to send us pictures of your pajamas, not in what you sleep in, but in pajamas specifically,
You can
well,
send me photos of what you sleep in.
if you want to send Cal dirty photos, you can do that. But if you have cool pajama pants or something, shoot us a picture of them. We'll throw them up. We'll play some games. We'll play some Quiplash with you guys. The viewers that we allow to play Quiplash with us are viewers that we know, and viewers that we know won't post racist bullshit. So, and that was a thing that happened at E3 this year when we were doing our E3 coverage. So we're not doing randos again. But we will be back next week for that. After that, we're doing a crossover podcast with Red 6 and Chicks of Flicks on Rogue One. And then the final Angry Cuddles episode before we become the Gutter Nerds will be the week after that. And it's just called AC Signs Off. And we're going to reminisce about Angry Cuddles in general, give ourselves hand jobs and
And
stuff
shots.
like that.
Are we gonna play
And
this?
and I'll tell you what, we'll drink on that last one.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll drink on that last show.
Sweet.
I've had like a 1 beer. Like you can have a beer on the show, that's fine. But on the last AC
every
show,
15
you guys can do
every
whatever
10
you want.
minutes we're doing shots.
We can do a shot for every new Gutter Nerds follower.
Every 10 minutes we're doing
Oh.
shots.
I want to do 2 shots for every new Gutter
Yeah.
Nerds follower.
Every 5 minutes we're doing shots.
You know, so it'd be like
we're doing shots for
so it
59
depends.
minutes.
If it was like our 200 follower drive, we would have done like 2 or 3 shots the whole night, and that's like a reasonable number.
Yeah.
If it was like when we were doing our explanation, our Rovio announcement,
Oh my God, we
then
got
we would
so
have
many
been
followers
at
that
the
night.
hospital that night because we got like 5 or 6 just in that like 30-minute span.
oh wow.
So yeah, but we will see you guys next week. My name is Steven.
My name is Chuck.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Lauren.
And this is where you want to go in January 2017. This is what we will be. Gutter Nerds.
Guess you could go right now.
You can go now and follow us these places and be ready to go. And we would
Yes.
appreciate it if you did. We don't want to lose you guys. We love you. But we'll see you next week.
Bye.